So this is the SkyTrak ST Plus, and this is the Mevo. And in today's video, we're gonna put them head to head just to see how good they really are. So let's do this. Now, I'm gonna do a little test. I'm gonna hit both my pitching wedge and my 7-iron, and we're gonna see how good these units really are. All right, so everything's been set up. We're gonna be hitting 3 shots of the pitching wedge. We have the FlightScope Mevo, which is coming about $499 on the floor behind us, and we have ST Plus from SkyTrak, which is about $3 grand. And we're gonna see kind of how accurate these numbers really come out and see if they're any good. So let's do this. All right, so I hit that one kind of fat on purpose. First to see kind of, you know, does it pick up a mishit or a lightly struck shot? So here it's showing about 88 yards carry in the ST Plus, and it's showing about 84.5. So it's off by about 3 yards in carry between the two units. The club head speed, 73 on the ST Plus, 72.8. So really the club head speed is showing the exact same number. The ball speed is off by about 3.5 miles per hour. The club speed is showing 70 on the ST Plus and 73.5. The launch angle is showing 27.2, launch angle is 26 degrees on the ST Plus, so they're pretty close to one another. And then lastly, the spin numbers. Now if you see the spin showing 6835 and 4,000 on the ST Plus. That's a pretty big spread there. Let's go ahead and hit a second shot to see if maybe it's because it's a mishit. I highly doubt it's 7,000 RPM on that, almost 7,000 RPM on that shot. So I think the numbers might be off with the Mevo, but let's go ahead and hit a second shot. All right, so I took that pretty well that time. So the carry showing 125. I usually carry about 120-ish with my pitching wedge. So carry looks about right. I got 121.4 on the Mevo, so it's off by about 3.5 yards. So it's pretty close, in my opinion. The club speed showing 80.4, club speed showing 74. Now that's a pretty big spread between both these units. And the ball speed showing 93.2 and a 94 on the ST Plus. That's pretty close. So here, that's what I kind of thought too. If you look at the spin numbers, here, it's showing 56.17 on the ST Plus and 55.21. So even on that mishit, that's why those numbers are way off. The Mevo did not read that mishit, I'm thinking, on that first shot. Because here, you know, it's a pretty straightforward shot, pretty clean, and the spin's off by about 100. So, you know, that's kind of maybe one of the downsides. The smaller unit that's in the behind me, it's not going to pick up those missed shots. But, you know, here again, the carry's off by about 4 yards, 4 to 5 yards. But let's go ahead and hit the third shot and see how that one turns out. All right, so I hit that one a little left. I can actually see where the ball hit the screen, so that's pretty cool because it is showing left on the screen. Here we got to carry 134. Here's going to carry 131. It's off by only 3. That's pretty darn close. Backspin showing 67.37, 67.50. So it's off by 13. So almost the exact same number here. Launch angle is off by about a degree from one another. Ball speed showing 100.7. Ball speed showing 101. It's like off by 0.3. Essentially the same number. Club speed is showing 76, while club speed here is showing a speed of 82. So, you know, we got a 6 mile per hour difference in the club speed. But as you guys kind of saw, I mean, on a good hit, the Mevo comes pretty close, you know, within about 3 to 5 yards of carry and about 2-3 miles per hour in speeds, and the spin's off by only a couple hundred. So that's pretty cool for, you know, a $500 unit. But let's go ahead and hit a 7-iron. So if you guys are enjoying this video, be sure to like and subscribe and click that notification bell. It really helps out our channel. But if you're interested in either of these units, there's links down below for good friends at playbear.com. They're huge supporters of our show and our community. Please be sure to check them out. All right, so this first shot, I got a 143 carry on the SkyTrak. I got a 150.8, so it's off by about 7. The backspin showing 51.35, 26.92. So I mean, essentially not showing any roll backspin. Like that's crazy. The backspin's off by almost 2,000. Here the club speed showing 78, club speed showing 82, so off by about 4. And the ball speed showing 103.9 to 103, so same ball speed. So it's kind of interesting, the backspin numbers are not even close to each other. And honestly, I hit that kind of fat. So I do believe the 143. I don't believe the 150.8. It was not a clean shot. So, but let's go ahead and hit a second shot. See what's happening. All right, so I crushed that. But let's see how that turns out. Yeah, so like here's a well-struck shot. 156 carry on the ST Plus, 155.6. Same number, off by half a yard. Club speed is 87.1, club speed is showing 83. So club speed is off by 4 between the two units. Ball speed showing 109, 109.5. Same ball speed. Backspin showing 43.96, backspin showing 45.30. So it's only off by 150 like we've normally seen. So I feel like in some ways, the Mevo is not always showing accurate data, like a little bit inconsistent in terms of the data that's being shown, either in the carry or the spin. But when it's good, it's good, and when it's bad, it's bad. But you do have to remember, one's 500 bucks, one's 3 grand, 6 the price. You might have that issue, and the Mevo's been out for a couple years now, and it's been replaced. So, you know, it doesn't really fully surprise me, but let's go ahead third shot, see how this one turns out. All right, so that was a well-struck shot again. Got a little bit of fade. All right, so here, the carries are off by about 8. You know, we've kind of been seeing that the carries have been off by at least over 5. Club speed showing 79, club speed showing 82, so 3 mile per hour difference. Ball speed showing 112, 111.7, same ball speed. Spin numbers again, here we go, look. Spin showing 28.44, spin showing 56, it's half the spin. So as you can see, you know, out of these shots, that there is gonna be a discrepancy between the carry numbers and the spin numbers on both the Mevo and the ST Plus. I'm really believing the ST Plus. I feel like the Mevo could be a little bit inconsistent. Even on a well-struck shot, it's a little bit inconsistent. So it's like, you're not quite sure what it's gonna give you, but you have to remember it's a $500 unit, it's a $3,000 unit. The other thing I want to note is that the app itself, you know, like here we have a whole screen display, right? All this data in front of us is like a driving range. And with the Mevo, we don't have those options. I mean, here's a picture we have, a side view, which is nothing to look at. I mean, honestly, other units out there, such as the Garmin R10, such as the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro, are right around the same price point, have way better app data information showing than what the Mevo does. So I think you kind of have to take that into consideration when looking at these two units. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Please let me know down below. I would love to hear it. But if you guys want to see what we thought of the Garmin R10, the base compared to both of these units, then check out this link right here where I put the test. And I'll see you in the next video.